Welcome back to K&L Farms. I'm Ken. I hope this video finds you well. I'm in the greenhouse right now. You can see the plants. My wife's still utilizing it, but somehow I got to get this roof off of here that has collapsed due to snow load. And when we purchased it, we researched quite a bit, and everything I researched said it would handle the snow load that we have here, and apparently that was wrong. Of course, we went on the internet, so you know it had to be true, and it turned out that it was not. And so I'm going to try and get some of this off of here, and then once I get it stripped a little bit, I'm going to make a standard roof, be a 4x4 column in each end. This building is approximately 12 by 12 feet, 4x4 posts in each corner, and just go with the standard wood. Okay, on the beginning of this video, I was trying to explain, and since I'm a visual person, but the last video I put up, I kind of tried to explain the structure. I was still tearing down the old, or the part that had collapsed due to snow load, and this is the original, or what I had envisioned. And this is storm door, and I'll show you here in just a minute how that actually functions. But storm door, and on my channel I've probably said more than once that I like repurposing material. And this door, we didn't have this door on the homestead, so we want to, you would probably call it Habitat for Humanity, and they don't call it. There's two stores close by that have repurposed material, and we went and bought this at a repurposed store, and this half glass, and I'll show you how that's half glass in just a minute, but it was only $35. And if you went to any box store, this would probably be $350. But let's go through a couple things here real quick, and then I might spin you around and show you the pile that I haven't taken to the dump yet of the remaining, the old greenhouse, and the pieces I had to take apart in order to get to this point. But here, just a minute, I'll spin you around and I'll show you why it's a half glass. And then I'll show you how in fact that slides down, and this is, of course, this is glass down here, and this is a piece of Vant material. My wife picked this out. It's my wife's greenhouse, so she gets to pick out whatever door she wants. Greenhouse building, and I was going to try and catch you up a little bit, and I got the exterior portion of it, I would call it watertight. Got all the plastic or Lexan on. It's watertight. Got the roof done. I got the ridge cap on 100%, and this is called the gable end trim. Got the gable end trim on, watertight. I left this column out in the top here because that's how the old barns, so it was kind of, that's just a character feature. The old barns used to have a column came out to lift the hay out, and I left that on there. And I got two solar lights coming, solar lanterns, and if you look at the top of this, right here, right there, there's a screw sticking out, and that's for a lantern. I got an old shaped oil lantern coming, and it's solar, and I haven't received it yet. I'll hang on that. So we're going to go inside the greenhouse. I'm going to show you some of the how it's actually laid out, and I'm working on a sink because originally we thought about putting a sink in there. There's water and power inside the greenhouse, and I'm just going to put that sink in, or I've been working on putting that sink in, and I'll show you some of that. Okay, I have some footage of spinning you around, kind of showing you the layout, which I'll show you here in just a minute. And I made just a simple sink frame, nothing major, no big deal. I'll show you the sink here in just a minute. Put the cap on this pin. show you the sink. Now see this 4-inch, I don't know if you can see it in the background, but this 4-inch we put in when we built it because we've always thought we wanted to put a sink in here, and 4-inch runs outside, and it's definitely not black water. It's just, we're just rinsing off our watering plants, just goes outside. Okay, I'll get the sink. It's just a used sink. If you're on a homestead or a farm, repurposing becomes a big deal. Just a sink I found somewhere. See this? See the? I don't know if I'm going to screw that down or not. That's just the cap. Okay, in the greenhouse now. I was going to show you some updates, but if you've been following along on the channel, you know I'm on the volunteer fire department. Today we haven't had any calls yet. Yesterday we had a call. Had a small brush fire in the district, and everybody in the community is concerned about the Williams mine fire. Going to have a weather change tomorrow. It's going to push it our direction. Last night it grew about, I think it was about 2,000 acres. But it's been pretty docile the last few days because the wind's been pushing against it. And tonight's a thunderstorm, and then I think, Monday is a wind change. But we're going to be gearing up tomorrow. But I have time to work on the greenhouse and shoot a video today. Okay, so some of the upgrades on it were, in fact, put a irrigation system in. You've seen in my previous videos the fan. I got an on-grid and an off-grid. In fact, I'll probably turn the off-grid on here in a minute. But irrigation, sprinkler system. I don't know if you can see that in frame, but there's a sprinkler system all the way around. Something else I need to do, a couple projects left to do, is one is, I featured this on a video also, this 110 coming in from the building. I think you can see that in frame. There's a building behind me. I need to secure that some way, and we were thinking about building the bench here to expand this table over, and then secure this. Previously, when I built the greenhouse, the original one, I put a frost-free spigot in, so this has water in it. Just leave this on. Currently, we leave this on all the time, and the timer runs our irrigation system. It runs for 5 minutes, 3 times a day for the sprinkler system. And then the other thing we do is, yesterday when we came in here, it was 101 inside the greenhouse yesterday. So the fan will come on automatically through that controller for the fan system, for the on-grid fan system. And this controller will run this sprinkler. And we were in here, turned it on at 101, and it went down to 86 degrees, probably in 10 minutes. So let's go outside here in just a minute, and I'll show you that issue I'm having, or the problem that I created myself because I was in a hurry to get the roof on it. Once I put the exhaust fan in, the exhaust fan is not watertight whatsoever, so I needed some sort of roofing material and try and make the greenhouse watertight so it didn't get rainwater in the fan motor. So I put the roof on probably prematurely, but I'll spin you here in just a minute, and I'll show you the issue, and then we'll cut a board, and I'll explain what those boards are called. Okay, got the battery situations figured out, except now the exhaust fan's kicked on. It's got warm enough in there now. But it's going to run in the background. That's what you're hearing. Put a couple nails in here. This end, of course, this is just a toenail. Okay. Kind of try and get it leveled up, kind of square with this other piece of 2x6. And it does serve some sort of insulating factor too, but let's see if I can do this or not. I know I can probably do that. Yeah, enough to tack it. no nail on this end. A couple actually. Okay. I'll shift my ladder over and put that in square. So I can get a better nail on that. Okay. That's resolving the mistake I made.